Don't listen to Hamza. Alright? Don't listen to him. What he's telling you is bad. Right? Don't. I'm gonna tell you why. That's a joke. Alright? That's a joke. Like, I don't really believe what I just said. I just don't understand how people could say such a thing. There's a guy that's been through a lot of things in his life. He learned a lot. He worked hard very much, and he went through his struggles. And then, when he finally made it, he's trying to teach people how they can make it too. And people have the guts to say, don't listen to such a guy. Don't listen to him. It's bullshit. I don't know, like Andrew Tate, he's a misogynist. Like, man, that's so stupid. I just don't understand why people would say such a thing. Well, actually, I understand. I understand. Like, and the reason why is the reason why Hamza is so successful, and it is because he's controversial. All right, like really Andrew Tate types of controversial. Maybe not as much, but near that. So why? He's telling the truth. He did a lot of mistakes. He went through them. He's telling them. And I think that if you and I, if we did the same thing that Hamza is doing, that's what I'm actually trying to do. If we did the same thing, like not like telling the same stories and everything, like but with our own personality, if we told the mistakes that we did and the things that we go through, there's a lot of these things that like we shouldn't be really proud of. If you tell these things, it could be really cringe. So if you tell them in front of a camera and 1 million people watch that, it's really cringe. Like, it takes a lot of courage to go in front of a camera and say the mistakes that you did. The really weird things, like, I don't know, checking out porn, or like being like a fucking dick with someone. Like, that's, it takes a lot of courage to admit that that's what he does. And when you do that, and when you take like the initiative to always be as real as possible, then of course at a moment you're gonna say something that people won't really like, and then that becomes controversial, because what you say is actually the thing that you think is right, but people, they have their beliefs, like feminism and things like that. Hamza is really a guy that tries to teach people how to be more of a man, or like just to attract girls, just becoming better in your sports, becoming better just at your craft in life. That's what he's trying to teach people. And sometimes there's some controversial things that goes out of his mouth, and people don't like that. But the thing is, it's actually the right thing. You need to hear the truth. The world isn't pretty. There's a lot of weird and bad things out there, and you've got to learn about that. You've got to learn about that. It's really important. Like right now I'm 18 years old. When I was around 14 to 16 years old, I didn't have any role models. I really didn't have any. Like, my life was really bad, and I think it was because of that. I was really depressed, and my first really role model was actually Kobe Bryant. I was looking at reels with Kobe Bryant on Instagram, and a friend told me about David Goggins, and these were really my first role models. I was also listening to Tupac, but he wasn't really a big role model, because I was mostly listening to his music, but I really admired him. But the people that really first changed my life were David Goggins and Kobe Bryant. And they are still changing my life to this day. There's a lot of things that they said that are still in my mind to this day. So they were really influential peoples in my life. And then I got around 18. Well, when I was more 17 years old. Started to go at college, and then I learned about Hamza. Like I don't remember how I learned about him. How did I discover Hamza? Alright, I finally got my answer. So I discovered Hamza. I don't know, it was like on YouTube. I was just searching videos, and then there was a guy talking about the morning routine, and I just listened to him, and it really like it really influenced me a lot, because he wasn't just talking about like a morning routine, like do this and that, but he was actually like, you know, there was the Adonis and Jeffrey intro, and like I think that's the thing that really stuck with me, because it was so real. It was so like it looked so much like it was so much what I was doing. Like when I listened to his video, that wasn't what I was doing, but 1-2 years before that, it would have been what I would do every morning, you know, before waking up, instead of like, you know, taking a good shower, meditating, journaling, you know, things like that. It would have been what I do, you know, jerking off, stupid things, you know, eating shitty food like cereals and things like that. Now I don't do that anymore, thanks to Hamza. Like my life already started to change, but when Hamza came in my life and when I started really listening to him, it's like everything changed, like really much. Like things changed so much more when he came in my life, when he came in the equation. Why? Only because like he would tell the truth, and he wasn't like general, he was really like specifics about things. So my life started to change more in details, and I started to, because he would really tell you that the thing that you need to know, because he's been there. He's talking like to himself when he wasn't that guy, you know. So that really changed everything for me. So there was David Goggins, Kobe Bryant that I listened to, that really changed everything. But they changed more like the general spectrum of my life. And when Hamza came in, everything changed. Like my life is really like optimized, and I couldn't be more happy than that. My life is getting better every single day. I'm getting better every single day, happier every single day. You know, I couldn't ask for more, and that's because I listened to him and about what he taught. You know, so I think that you should have role models. If you don't have role models, what can you refer to? You know, maybe if you're competitive, you're gonna refer to like another competitive person, try to be better than this person. But a role model is like the person that you look up to, that you want to be. You want to become like that person. So you need a role model. When I didn't have role models, my life was shit, and it basically was like shit from the moment that I was born until when I was 16 years old. You know, then I started having role models, and my life really changed. You know, that's not the only thing. You can have role models and still be shit and don't do anything. But when you have role models, then like you have a person to look up to, and this person way of thinking that you can listen to and adapt, and that's really what you need. Because when I was 14, 15, you know, having role models to me would feel like a little bit weird, you know, like just role model was having a role model was like cringe, you know, it was like bad to have role model. I don't know why. That's a little bit stupid, but if you have role models, everything's gonna change. Like everything's gonna change if you have role models and you really look up to them and you do everything to become like them. Then your life's gonna change. You know, your life is just gonna change. So it's not cringe. You know, it's not cringe. You need these people. It's really important. Really, really important. I think that you should also be careful about who you listen to. It's important, of course. I say listening to Hamza, maybe listening to me. That's what I would like, of course. But I think that there's some people that are like telling other people really shitty advice that you should not listen to them. And I think that the way to like not be like brainwashed by these people is to see if these people actually like do what they preach. If they say something, like make sure that they actually do what they say, because if they don't, then they're not trustworthy. And another reason why I think Hamza is so successful is because he clearly does what he says. He's a really like accountable guy, and he does everything that he says, and that's really remarkable, actually. Yes, so that's you should really follow like that. That's really obvious, but you should follow models that do what they say. And then maybe you're gonna tell me, yes, but if they do what they say, but what they say is shit, then it just doesn't feel right. So if you're not sure, just look at other videos of people that says the opposite things, and then make up your own mind with that. Now that if you're on self-improvement and you listen to a lot of, let's say, self-improvement YouTubers like Hamza, just like David Goggins and Kobe Bryant, they're not self-improvement people, but if you listen to them, you're gonna improve. So that's a kind of self-improvement. When you listen to them a lot, then you learn a lot of things, and you apply these things in your life. And then the thing is to become your own role model. Like the real goal is to become that person that you look up to, become your own role model. And that's a real hard thing. That's a hard thing. Like I'm always trying to get better. I want to be a role model, but everyone makes mistakes, and I make mistakes too. Sometimes I mess up on what I eat. I want to eat clean food, and I don't. Sometimes I eat like cookies and shit like that. Because it's hard. Life is hard. Sometimes I want to be a good people. I want to like don't interrupt other people or things like that, but I do. Then I notice, and I try to. I'm always trying to get better, and that's hard. There's a lot of mistakes, so I would say the goal is to become your own role model. Try to be your best. Try to do what you say that you want to do. Follow your goal, follow your purpose. Do all of that. Follow your path. Follow what you feel that is right. And then, when the years go on, and you're gonna become your own role model, and that's gonna be nice. There's gonna be a lot of mistakes along the way, even when you are like the guy that you want to be. There's gonna still be mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. That's the bad thing. And right now, what I'm doing, recording this video, I'm trying to speak like to me when I was younger. And I'm also trying to speak to the people that don't believe like in Hamza and in self-improvement, because they think, I don't know, they think it's gay, or they think it's misogynist. They think it's like that you shouldn't make so much effort to become better. Just go with the flow. So that's people I'm trying to speak to. I feel that doing these videos is like part of my purpose now. I have a lot of things that I did in the past, and now that's what I'm doing, and I want to help people, and you know, I'm only at the start. I don't like I'm recording with my iPhone, you know, I don't have a mic, you know, the sound is bad, you know, everything is pretty bad. I'm really low in the game, but I'm trying to get better, and maybe I'm like struggling a little bit in the way I speak, but I want to become better at that. And I feel that when you want to get better, you have to be like, I wouldn't say rock bottom, but if you are rock bottom, that's pretty good because you can only go up. But I'm not rock bottom, I'm just like really low in the game. And of course, when I first start to do the things that I do, like it will be bad, of course, and then I will go up and up and up. And that's the thing I love with purpose. It's because at first you're bad, and then you become good, and when you become good, then your purpose like is over, so you start another one, then you're bad at this one, so you always live like to the lowest to the highest. And that's cool because when you're at your highest, sometimes you just forget how it was, how the grind was, because when you start something, you know, there's a lot of grind. And when my purpose was basketball and I wanted to get to the NBA, actually, like it was, at first it was hard, you know, like because I didn't have any discipline. I had to wake up in the morning, you know, put up my shoes, go outside. It was like 6 a.m. pitch black outside, you know. And I just shot the ball, and I watched a lot of these Kobe Bryant videos, David Goggins videos, you know, the grind videos, and it was so hard, man, but I loved it so much, and it changed everything, you know. At the start, when you start something, it just changes everything. You start, you're like this blank paper. At the start of every purpose, you're this blank paper, and then you just go all in that thing, and it just shapes you, it changes you into the person that you want to be. And so I hope that's gonna be what is gonna happen with this YouTube channel. And yeah, I think that you should find your role models, apply what you say, you know, what you say, actually do it. What you learn, what you do it. You know, find role models that are good. What is a good role model? What is a good role model? It's a role model that actually does what he says, and that's what you need to know. Become your own role model. Thank you, Hamza.